How's it going, you beauties? It's producer guy Phil, and we are back with some more NHL 18. Hey, as always, please crush that like and subscribe button because, man, we are getting still so close to 10K where one of you amazing beauties is going to win yourselves a free Adidas NHL at a zero jersey. So that's exciting. And right off the bat, excuse me, I will have to formally apologize because my voice is almost completely shot. My voice is almost gone, so that means you're going to get a little reprieve from the whole crazy, I guess. I don't know if it's crazy, but like kind of intense, kind of, upfront kind of voice I have. You're going to get a break from that. But today we got ourselves a nice little challenge. I've seen people, let EA Sim who's going to win the cup. And I'm like, you know what, man, I want to do something a bit different. And so I decided to take the players from non-playoff teams, put them on a team, they're good men, they're good players, and see if that team alone can win the Stanley Cup. Yes, yes, yes. In the words of Daniel Bryan, yes. I personally believe they can. It's going to be pretty awesome. There's a lot of good players on the squad. Some of my favorite players are actually on this team too, which is astounding because, man, some of the teams they play on, you're thinking, like, how did they not make the playoffs? And you know what, man? The NHL season, it's unpredictable, man. One of the most unpredictable sports, man. Not like basketball where, oh, look at that. Same four teams. No, man, I'm excited because there's a lot of good players on this team. And we do got some things to talk about today. We 100% do. Right off the bat, I want to give a quick update. I have found a venue for road hockey, or I guess floor hockey now. It's going to be indoors. It's going to be sometime in August. So if you're in the Toronto area and you want to play, let me know again, man, because I want to organize something. Maybe we can do 4-on-4, 3-on-3. This is like a full building, too, like a full-size like floor ring. So maybe we can split into two halves or something. I'm excited. So there's a little update on that. And we got to talk about the playoffs, too. But before we get to that, let's see the squad. So I wanted to pick a player from one player from at least every non-playoff team, all right? So I got players. You're going to be saying, why isn't this player here? Why isn't this player here? Because it happens every video and I'm used to it. But I wanted to get at least one player from each team, okay? So first line, Gaudreau, McDavid, Patty Kane. I love it. Ben and Sagan, because for some reason even EA doesn't want them to be separated. And Tarasenko. And then Aho, Tavares, and Besser. And then Jack. This is actually my favorite line. Look at this. Eichel, Barkov, and Larkin. Just speed galore. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. And on defense, we got one of my favorite defensemen, Alex Pietrangelo, and my favorite defenseman, Erik Karlsson. Love the guy. But you know what? I'm sorry. He's not my favorite defenseman. This guy is down here, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. What's up? Good to see ya. Aaron Ekblad, and then John Klingberg and Duncan Keith. I wonder how many people paused for that. Like, wait, did he just say that with OEL down there? No, he's down here. Come on. You think any excuse I have to, like, get OEL on the team, I'm not going to do it? No, I'm always putting OEL on the team. But one thing I did forget because I was so excited with my Swedish defenseman, and especially Klingberg there too, we got a lot of Swedes, is, hey, who's in goal? Yes, we got Carey Price and Henrik Lundqvist. Bobby Lou almost made this team. Almost. But I love me some Lundqvist, man, so I had to get Hank on the squad there. Had to get Hank on the team. All right, so let's sim the first month, and let's talk about the playoffs. There is a lot of great series you should be watching. First and foremost, total biased here. For the narratives alone, you should definitely be watching Toronto-Boston. That's going to be a hell of a series to watch. It's going to be super enjoyable, super entertaining, and some good hockey. And if you're in the Toronto area and you're thinking about going to the tailgates, you're going to be seeing me there because everyone that's not rained out, like looks like tomorrow's is going to be rained out, I will be there. If I'm off work, I'm going to be there. Trust me. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. I will be there. But that's going to be a great series to watch. Winnipeg, Minnesota is also going to be a decent one just because the firepower alone that Winnipeg has. And, hey, you know what? I'm curious to see what the Wild can do, man. They're missing Suter, but Dubnyk might be able to steal you a series, man. Who knows? Who freaking knows? But that's going to be exciting. Another one, probably the most must-watch series, is most likely going to be Philly and Pittsburgh, man. That's going to be intense. There's certainly no love lost between the two Pennsylvania teams, man. And that is definitely going to be something. Those are my picks for teams you should be watching. You should be watching any playoff hockey game that you can, in all honesty. But, like, if there's ones you may want to set your DVR for, if there's competing ones, those might be the ones to check out. Those might be the ones to watch. But in all honesty, any playoff hockey is good hockey. So you should be watching that's my game plan for the next like 3 months is, oh, look at that, hockey's on. Oh, look at that, hockey's on. It's great, man. It's literally the most wonderful time of the year if you are a hockey fan, because everywhere you look between like sometimes 6 and like midnight is hockey. And it's amazing. So make sure you guys are going to checking it out. So all right, let's check these standings. Of course, I just had to put us in the Atlantic. So Vladdy here, leading the team with 41 points. Sagan right behind him. Kane with a 37. McDavid with 37. Gaudreau with 34. Tavares with 32. Ben with 28. Carlson with 22. OEL with 22. There we go. That's my boy right there. All right, who has the least amount of points? It's Duncan Keith with 4. How was goaltending doing right now? All right, so Gary Price has a 9.35 and a 1.66. And Hank, a 9.05 and a 2.74. That is just ridiculous. All right, not too shabby. Where are we in the league right now? So it looks like we're second in the division, so I assume we're going to be second in the league? Yeah, okay, cool. So second in the division, second in the league. That is freaking cool as well. There's a little bit of a tighter race here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. 4 points separates us from 7th. Wow, man, that's a really intense, close little thing. Tampa's got a little bit of a lead there. 7 points on us, so about like 12 points on everyone else. That's not bad. All right. Let's go and see. Excuse me about that. Oh, my God. You ever like try to stifle a yawn? But it wasn't working. My apologies for that. But let's see how we're going to do in the rest of the playoffs. All right. So I'm really excited too, man, because there's like I got to see I got to actually see my bracket one more time. I haven't fully finalized it yet. I know you can like your date to lock it in is like tomorrow, but I'm still mulling over things in my head, and honestly there's a lot of changes I may want to make depending on some certain series, and I didn't factor in certain injuries, so I may have to go back and do that. But my tentative final that I have is Winnipeg and Boston. Which, if you do the math, yes, that means I have the Bruins beating out the Leafs. I'm sorry, man. There's a little bit of like, I'm in 2 different leagues. So I have a scenario where the Leafs beat the Bruins, but I also have a scenario where the Bruins beat the Leafs. But the main one I've submitted is Winnipeg-Boston final, because I think there's just too much firepower for Winnipeg for them not to be a top tier. Like, at least if they don't go to the West Finals, I'm going to be disappointed. Like, that's how much faith I have in Winnipeg, is that if they don't make the West, it's going to be shocking. It's going to be so shocking. And you know what? While we take a little reprieve here, I just want to give a quick shout out again. I think I shouted him out in every. I think I've shouted him out in every video so far. But it's Audie James, man. Through his tips, I actually got my first through the mail autograph return here. If you guys watch the playoffs, which you guys obviously do, you notice that there's a guy who always has the cup, and his name's Phil Pritchard. So I hit him up with an email, said, hey man, you know, love the work you do with the cup, love how you travel with it, and all the stories I've heard, and would be really cool, you know, if I can get your autograph. If not, it's totally cool. Like, I appreciate your time. And yeah, he mailed me out a little 4x6 and a little hockey card autograph. That's Day with the Cup. So I was like, you know what, that's pretty awesome. So thank you, Mr. Phil Pritchard, and thank you, Audie James, for those tips. I really appreciate it, man. I won't be talking about it without you. So it looks like Tyler Sags leading the team with 75 points. Patty Kane with 71. McDavid 71. Tarasenko 67. Gaudreau 66. Tavares with the good old N64. Jamie Benn with 45. Carlson 43. Pietrangelo 43. Ekman Larson 40. Klingberg 37. All right, so Keith in the bottom. Yeah, Keith with 10. Ekblad with 16. How was goaltending? Let me take a quick little peek here. All right. Carey Price with a 9.28 and a 1.92, and Lundqvist definitely came back up. He went to a 9.24 and a 2.03 goals against average, which is pretty good, actually. You know what? That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So, you know what? We're against Florida in the first round. I think we can take the Panthers. If not, it'll be very, very sad. All right, so Florida, 2-1 overtime win and a 2-0 loss. Uh-oh, this isn't good. 8-2 win and a 3-0 win. All right, we've got 3 games to win at least 1. Come on. All right, there we go. So we take it in 5. Not too bad. That's, you know what? I wasn't expecting a sweep, but I was oh, great. I'm getting the face leaves. I wasn't expecting a sweep, but I was expecting maybe 5 or 6. I'm glad it was actually 5. All right, the Leafs. Here we go. 3-1 win, 5-2 win. Oh, please don't let me sweep the team I love, please. Never mind. All right, I guess we swept the Leafs. Oh, well, you know, the one thing I didn't want, but that's okay. And the Penguins. Interesting, which means they probably faced the Capitals, and the Capitals probably got knocked out. Of course, you know, grass is green, the sky is blue. Capitals not making it to the conference finals. Excuse me, down 2-0. Could you not? Okay, there we go. I was like, could you please not? 1-0 win. Please don't go to 7. Okay. Is this actually happening? Is this happening right now? What? I gotta take a second. What? Okay. I don't quite know how, but the Arizona Coyotes are in the Stanley Cup Finals. And we might actually lose to the Coyotes. Okay, 2-1 win so far, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. Okay, 3-1. Okay, we win the cup in 5. So can a team of players from non-playoff teams win the cup? Yes, but apparently can the Coyotes make it to the cup final? The answer is also yes. Where did they finish? Where did the Coyotes finish? Where are Arizona? They finished 13, 93 points. Wow. That's unreal. I don't know how they made it in there. Who did they face in the playoff tree? That's, wow. All right. So 4-1 over Edmonton, 4-0 over the Kings, 4-1 over Winnipeg, and then we beat them 4-1. Wow. And hey, Columbus knocked out Washington. Interesting. Man, how did Arizona make it that far? Hey, you know what, man, EA, when it comes to these sims, just unpredictable. Stanley Cup to us, Presidents not to us, Clarence S. Campbell to the Yotes, and Prince of Wales to us, and Patrick Kane with the Art Ross and the Hart, James Norris to Victor Hedman, Lady Bing to Patrick Kane, Calder to Matthew Barzell, Conn Smythe to Carey Price, Vezina to Vasilevsky, Jennings to Carey Price and Lundqvist, Masterton to Essa Lindell, Selke to Jordan Stahl, Ted Lindsay to Patrick Kane, and Maurice Richard to Alex Ovechkin. How did the Yotes get that far? Man, that's intense. That's pretty darn intense. But you know what? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope maybe I get to meet up with some of you if you're downtown Toronto for the Leafs Cup games. Or if not, maybe this August for some floor hockey, man. It's going to be a pretty awesome time. I'm producer guy Phil. I will see you in the next one. Stay classy.